the Salar de Uyuni. Nothing but salt for 4,500 square miles. It is so bright out here that you have to wear sunglasses and be covered from head to toe at all times. We are in Bolivia, near the crest of the Andes, at the largest salt flat in the world. It looks like a snow-covered wonderland. But these crystals leave a bitter taste.
Esto es puro sal, 100% salt. Uno, dos, y... That's salty.
Add some water to this setting and watch heaven meet earth. But beneath this surface is a major moneymaker: lithium. The metal element that powers our batteries, electric cars, and phones, so much of our lives today. And Bolivia, one of the poorest countries in South America, hopes it will revolutionize its economy by becoming the Saudi Arabia of lithium, but we'll get to that in a moment. These reflecting pools have made the Salar an international tourist destination. The reason why this spot in particular is so popular, just take a look down. It's wet down here. You've got some puddles and you can clearly see your reflection. It makes for a great photo. At an elevation of almost 12,000 feet, the Salar was once several prehistoric lakes that dried out, creating these pentagons. But beyond its beauty, the flats provide the base material used to create everything from this art to local five-star hotels where everything is made of salt. The walls, the floors, even the furniture. Providing a livelihood for some of the locals. Each day, the Chambi brothers, Moises and Eric, hop in their truck and navigate the barren landscape to work, to this slice of the Salar, their work site. They're known as saleros, or salt miners. Chopping, sawing, and stacking each block of salt for sale.
¿Cómo es la naturaleza?
Linda.
Sí. Esta formación es de miles de años. De aquí, unos 500 años.
This small part of the Salar is known as Los Bloques, or the blocks in English. Take a look from above. The Chambi family has been mining all of these blocks of salt for 5 generations.
También el salar es como un ser humano que respira por aquí, por estas franjas, miren.
Just a generation ago, their business was steady, with consumers across Bolivia seeking it out. These days, it mostly goes to cattle and construction, but that too is dwindling. Each brick sells for about 50 cents. It won't make them wealthy, but it's enough to support their young families. Just an hour away, still out in the Salar, another entity is making money from the land, the government.
Buenos días, señor.
This is Bolivia's secretive pilot lithium plant. 155 square miles have been set aside to house its expanding facilities.
The first thing that hits you is the size of this place. We've been driving for maybe 45 minutes and we still haven't reached the main offices.
Like many national treasures, its vast length protected by the military. And this is what's so closely guarded: lithium carbonate. It's like white gold that the plant exports for about $25,000 a ton to countries like the US, Russia, and Japan.
Is that the end or the beginning?
Yes, the beginning.
Marco Antonio Condoretti, head of implementation and engineering, is our guide to each step of the production process.
This is the well.
Almost 100 feet deep, there are dozens of wells on the site just like this, tapping into that salty water. The brine gets extracted from that well right there. It goes up through these pipes and it gets fed all the way to one of their many pools. For the next step, the brine stays in these pools for 6 months, give or take, where the hot sun and constant wind help separate the lithium from the salt and other impurities through evaporation. One of the first things you notice out here after the color of the brine is the smell. It's kind of like rotten eggs almost. Each step is miles away from one another. Condoretti's driver shuttles us around.
Porque es muy peligroso.
So the ground can be a little dangerous here to drive on for certain cars?
Yes.
Finally, the most important stage.
Hard hat's back on.
Lithium is processed here, as well as potassium, another brine byproduct which they also sell.
The process starts up top. It slowly trickles down, goes through the conveyor belt, and it feeds the machine.
In 2018, this factory is expected to process 200 tons of lithium, but that number will explode to 15,000 tons once a larger neighboring plant is finished next year. That's an increase of 750%.
People are concerned that you might expand in the future if this is a huge success and maybe one day take up the entire salar. Will that ever happen?
No, lo que sacamos en litio ahora es muy poquito. Muy poquito. Entonces, si nos vamos expandiendo, no vamos a afectar al salar.
Every step in this operation is meticulously monitored for quality control. This desert-like location is inaccessible enough that the plant had to become home to its employees.
They live here for 2 weeks at a time, and then they get a break for 7 days.
The plant is self-contained, from meals to exercise. There's even a clinic. And then there's downtime. Condoretti shows us his own quarters.
So 3 people sharing
Yes.
this small space.
But it's enough to hang out.
Take a look. PlayStation 4. Oh, there are all the games. There's the controller. FIFA 2018. Oh, guess what? You're not going to believe it. Another soccer game.
The plant is clearly playing to win, with a recently announced $1.3 billion deal with a German company to expand production, adding credibility to Bolivia's gamble. Lithium could lift its economy.
Yo pienso que es el futuro de Bolivia.
You think it's the future of Bolivia, the lithium plant?
Y por qué no decir del mundo.
Esos saleros, could they have a future here?
Sí, los saleros pueden tener un futuro aquí y en realidad toda la gente de Bolivia tiene futuro aquí para poder trabajar, ¿no? Porque estas plantas es de ellos.
And as our global demand for lithium-powered lives increases, the future here does indeed seem brighter.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.